yourself?
I have nothing against the kid. I just hope he doesn't have a big night tonight.
Might have to go with Qatar at some point. Boogie Fland way short on that one. Coach Cal says scores. Texas Tech transfer. He wasn't there when Coach Smart was at Tech. Open three for Boogie Fland. That's another good sign for the Razorbacks. Arkansas's knocked down 5 of their first 6 shots. A couple of those were dunks in transition. That shot's wide left from Boogie Fland. We have to run as well. We might not be able to score if we try to get into a half-court game, and there's a live ball turnover. Boogie Fland ahead of the pack, and he'll lay it in. He got a bit of a roll to start the scoring.
Boy, Brett, you were right.
And these Hogs, in particular, as they try to get to 4-1. Fland threw that one up, left it short. 2:20 to go. So we're inside of 4 minutes now. If you're Arkansas, you're up 14. They weathered a little bit of a surge there from Little Rock, although that's an early triple on the shot clock. Fland couldn't hit it. Okay, but only playing 7. You know, maybe Kashmir Chavis is the next freshman that could get time, but he has not appeared in a game this season. This one is tightened up for the last 5 to 8 minutes or so. Arkansas led by 18 at the break. Let's see if Fland can knock it down. He can.
See how that ball popped. And I talked to Cal as he was walking out of shoot-around today. I was kind of joking with him. I said, you don't have anything great for me tonight? He goes, I hope we can play well against the zone. That has not happened so far.
And trailed by as many as 22 in the first half. Wagner cut off. Out to Fland. Jefferson cut him off as well. That contested 3 is offline. Thiero blocked by Fland. Bounce pass down to Carter Knox. Fland's got it now. Boogie Fland collects, draws the foul, and count the basket. He hit 2 threes in the win on Monday. He's got 2 here in the first half. Arkansas a blur again into the front court. Fland buries a 3. It's 3 and a
back door and try to get this pressure off them a little bit.
So that's 5 for Mwani Wilkinson. Boogie Fland's triple is pure.
That's what makes him.
I mean, this is as good a start as you could ask for on the Arkansas side on both ends of the floor. Fland, the blow-by in the reverse.
The big fella Toon got stuck out in no man's.
He is scoring, averaging about 18.5 a game. Small sample size, we only played 4 games. A third takeaway on 3 possessions, and the latest is Boogie Fland.
Powerhouses going up against each other.
Fland, he didn't cool off any during the timeout.
He's gotten a few over Big Z, and just the whole team hasn't been able to convert really.
Fland starting to feel it. He's 7 of
player.
Thiero. Good read there. Got a good jump. Step into the passing lane, and on the other end, Boogie Fland for 2 more. Razorbacks just disrupting everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not an easy shot for Maryland Eastern Shore at all.
In and out for Fland. There's Mr. Energy. Richmond. 3 no good. Rebound tapped around. Tough shot. Fland no good, and Ware with the rebound. Shaw. Fland, oh my goodness, the moves.
Yeah, it's a pro style.
Pump faking on the 3. Little pull-up runner for Boogie Fland. Didn't take him long. What was the over-under?
11. A little blur screen, a pin down. Everybody stayed at home defensively. Pull a pop, Fland? No. Arkansas had got it. Its shooting numbers up to around 3-level scorer for Brett Underwood. Will Riley added about 15 pounds since getting to Champaign. Cross. Rainbow jumper doesn't go for Boogie Fland. What a handle. Thiero the board. Running. Fland all the way. Good, and a foul. That's the attack mode necessary. Got to beat him in the open floor. for Fland. Nice switch. Two-man game with Ivisic. Fland wants to go to work on a three ball. Off the heel, tracked down. Excellent hustle by Richmond. Shot clock is down to 10. Richmond gives it up. Fland using the screen from Adu. Fland.
Pretty.
Just almost off the rim. Cleared by Ivisic. And it's rebounded by Fland. Lead is back to double figures.
That's the shot.
Pull up, off.
He can get that every time down the floor with that drop coverage.
Last times, Illinois, 4 turnovers.
Nice shot of Brad's son, Tyler, who had played for him as well.
Jump shot, doesn't go for Fland. Ivisic, it got pinned. Screen, Boswell, off.
And that's what Cal was saying. Nobody showed, nobody whipped.
Fland couldn't finish it. Adu is there.
Tell you, he ran the floor, too. You're talking about.
So Morez Johnson Jr. has come in and had an impact for Illinois. They lead by 12.
Adu on the floor now. Pretty good on the offensive glass.
Fland misses on the runner. Interior force for Illinois potentially this year at 6'9", 255. Very powerful. Pull up. Fland. Book it.
How are you going to handle the ball screen? That's the key here.
Where he can work his rotation.
You two were very young when you knew one another. With the New Jersey Nets, yes, those 7 guys, injuries, a real dilemma early on for him.
Fland comes up short. Arkansas still looking to FAU. Has accomplished a great deal already in his collegiate career. Here's Fland, New York City point guard. The penetration. Rejected. Ivisic.
Pretty good balance, too.
Davis for Fland at the logo. Under a minute. Fland again pulls up. He sticks it. Boy, to Cleveland. Fland gave off the pass, loose on the deck. Theo scoops it up. 1:48 to go. Here's the jumper. Got it! The youngster from the corner. Chance to tie or take the lead in Miami. Wagner on the drive. Good swing. Fland from the corner. And Matthew Cleveland hesitant. Another problem for Arkansas. He has 12 points. He's 4 out of 6 from 3. So he's hurt them. Fland way downtown. No. And a rebound tipped in. Momentum here on Miami's home floor. But the way to get it back is knocking down a 3 at the shot clock buzzer. Fland. Rebound tapped around. He knows he just did something special. Wagner trying to recover. Fland from the corner. Got it! A 3-point answer. Big time response by the Milt Wagner played at Louisville on the 1986 national championship team. Little step forward, a long one downtown. That won't drop for Fland. Is in comparison to when you don't have him on the floor, as the Hurricanes missed him dearly in their loss on Saturday to Charleston Southern. Nice feathery touch by the freshman. But unable to do so in the turnover to Miami. Fland, the freshman. Under 6.5 to go in the half. Looking to penetrate, airborne. What a nice shot that was. Oh, he's special. Obi, when you talk about his ability to start. And the first #1 pick for Cal at Kentucky, and was there his first season. I can remember being at the Maui Invitational with Kentucky at the time, John. By the Razorbacks. And we've gone well past our media timeout. These teams starting to get a little winded right now. Most guys waiting for the whistle to blow. However, Boogie Fland is able to step up and knock down a huge. Way downtown, it won't drop for State McRae. They're going to try and trade 3-point attempts, and that one off the back iron by today after scoring 20-plus points a game last year at Southern in the SWAC.
Tough shot by Boogie Fland right there. 17, 18-year-old kids are under. And, you know, he handles it with grace and just plays his game and plays it well, and just such a pro.
Boogie Fland found an open path to the rim.
That's just
high
tough.
Archer off the glass will drop. Brazil with the rebound. Arkansas has a chance to take their largest lead of the game, and Boogie Fland will get it on his first points of this contest. but we're down by 5 at the break. Boogie Fland, step back 3. Carter knocks, almost got the, about a block from Thero.
That's just superior athletic ability right there. Not much you can do with that.
Boogie Fland need to get him going offensively. He'll miss the 3. Rebound kept alive. Thero will score. They're prone to some scoring droughts, Manny, and they can't afford one now in the second half.
Yeah, they need to get us a few good looks. Right there, though, although it got blocked, you're getting to a basket. Davis kind of waiting for each other to take over the game offensively. And
Boogie went to work, and that was a tough physical shot. And Millender, Boogie Fland has not scored, coming off that 18-point game at Miami. Feels like that's kind of the jump shot for a Boogie, but a miss. And Primo Spears, there's the alley, there's
tough. And you know, they're not afraid of the quick Arkansas guards. They're pressuring up, and then they have active hands. You know, they're getting in there, making sure that they deflect those passes, and that's where we see those Arkansas turnovers.
That's the new era here in college basketball. Shot clock down to 5. Boogie Fland going to work around the screen from Brazil. Long rebound to Wagner.
10 to shoot. Fland driving on Gale. Forced it up, and Wolf has it. Fland defended by Donaldson. Ball screen, Adu. Fland the drive. Loose, and it belongs to the Wolverines.
Mostly in the middle of the floor to try to eliminate help.
Fland. Over Donaldson. Not this time. Kept alive by Adu, but here comes Wolf.
They are getting into the paint and making things happen.
This guy's a big reason why. Boogie Fland misses the 3. Ooh, and another foul. Wagner's got 11 points in the second half, and Boogie Fland is trying to keep up with him. When these two guys...
Cheddar, but he wants to get to that left hand and get a piece of the paint.
It's Fland's turn this time. It bounces free. The Hogs still have it. The shot clock did not reset. A corner 3 for Fland. And good hands by Thero to take it away.
Arkansas just tougher on that possession.
Fland. Adu is fouled and will go to the line tonight.
Thought they had cleaned it up against both Wisconsin and Iowa.
Fland left open. And Michigan fortunate that shot didn't go down.
Well, glad goal.
Communication this half, especially on defense, will be key.
Just thank you. As they fought back into it, were unable to get all the way back and take the lead. Look at this rebound by another one. Boy, when he wants to get to the rim, he gets to the rim.
Just a nice jab, step, and go, and got to the middle of the lane.
Boogie Fland for 3.
That's third.
Justin Pippen, Scottie Pippen's son, a 6'3" freshman into the game. He has played sparingly so far. How about that play by guess who? Boogie Fland.
Reset team fouls at the end of the first and third quarters. So you're not stuck with bad calls for an entire 20 minutes. It's just better.
Fewer free throws, more action. Speaking of action, Boogie Fland creating some. Yeah, more of a steak.
More of a steak.
More of a steak.
Right.
I'd go to a steak fry.
Well, I'd go cow tipping with it.
Yeah. Fland misses the 3, and still Arkansas. Davis. And a wise decision, didn't have the numbers. Fland. Way too strong. Yale can't finish. Brazil the rebound. Yeah, Brazil a holdover, part of the program before John Calipari got to Fayetteville. And Fland will knock it down. Points of the game. They don't win it without Boogie Fland. Wagner. Fland baseline. Tipped in. Boy, every now and again, Trevin.
On-ball defender puts great pressure on the ball.
And one note right out of the gate about the Hogs, Adu Thero, and yes, it is Thero this year, not Thiero. It has been, he has told people since he has come to.
So they've kind of had to work into this game shape in real time.
Practice is not overrated by any means.
Boogie Fland. Arkansas has had the comfortable lead. Boogie Fland was a big part of the beginning, the burst for the Razorbacks. Misses that three. Arkansas with a handful of players in double.
I'd like to see him come in and play with composure and play with toughness, take care of the ball, make some good plays.
Boogie with the pull-up. Rebound tracked down by Taylor.
A good fan base, but I think he's energized it even more so.
Another crisp sequence of ball movement. Another score from Boogie Fland.
He is so good at that. I mean,
ball moves faster than the dribble, doesn't it? Or at least
absolutely.
the pass.
Yeah, and the bigs are doing a nice job in there sealing their guys because they're really trying to trap them and they're getting the ball out of their hands.
Arkansas shooting 69% from the field. Boogie Fland with 9 points on the drive. A lot of contact. No whistle. And the Bears come back well for us to win. He doesn't have to play out of his mind, but he's got to defend. He's got to play with energy because he's got such a spirit about him.
Absolutely, and the team follows his lead when he's pushing it and playing.
Boogie just took that one away. And things rolling for the Razorbacks. UCA can't even wait for that first media timeout. They
around him, let him step right in front of the rim. Not going to work.
Boogie Fland with a deflection. Boogie Fland will hang and hit, no whistle. But Arkansas really with an electric miss on the three. Boogie Fland the rebound. Boogie hit an early three. That looks true out of his hands, but he misses. Brazil will clean up and fight
with the ball, and they're gonna be able to get some good looks on the catch and shoot. Can they get the ball into the paint on this possession? No, they can't.
How about an NBA three, and that's a good start for Boogie Fland.
You don't get anything offensively. You don't get into anything offensively on one end, and then you give up a long pass for an easy layup.
In and out, Brazil crashing the glass. 2 tries for Boogie Fland. Boogie Fland, 10 assists, 12 points. Long three, no good. Long rebound. Can't remember if last night all the days were running together, but I think he just tied Coach Cal for the #1 spot among active coaches and tied for 8th overall all time. The Aggies 0 for 5 to start the second half.
Just having trouble getting any kind of penetration.
Count it, Boogie Fland trying to hit double figures if he can convert this free throw. Now Fland. High floater, tough shot, look good.
Boy, he plays.
Here's Fland, lines up a three, off the mark. Richmond tries to save it. Arkansas hit 6 of their last 7 from the field and 13 of their last 17 overall. In and out. Richmond, though, with the rebound. Young man out of Greece. Wait for that Greek under-18 national team in their league. A couple of Greek players on this team with a 3. Landon averaging 35% from behind the arc, his 38th 3 of the year. And Boogie Fland answers right back. He's at 39.
More experienced, strong, defensive-minded, could shoot it as well. Hopefully he'll be back for the opener.
Boogie rebounds and 6 assists. Richmond up ahead to Fland. Boogie's reverse layup won't go. There is Trevin Brazil. Pull up 3, got it. Boogie Fland having
the ball, caught in his sweet spot, and is just so strong. He pushes you back without fouling.
Boogie Fland now up to 6.
Help commit double team, but to hedge and alter shots.
They leave Fland wide open, and he makes them pay. Boy, so much going on this weekend. A lot of clicking to be had.
Yeah, great time of the year for a sports fan.
Boogie Fland high off the window. Team made shots.
And Fland's second in the SEC. Boogie Fland in assists per game.
Boogie Fland now up to 10.
Well, there's not a shot he can't.
McCabe couldn't get it to go. Had a couple of looks right at the rim.
And it's been Oakland 1 of 6 to start the half, and the Razorbacks transition buckets right on cue.
The assist from Wagner.
In that with a Razorbacks uniform. And if it wasn't for him, my numbers would not be
right.
anywhere near.
So I'm guessing you give Kareem a shout out at pretty much every outlet. Scramble for the basketball. Thero behind the back to Boogie Fland. Boogie in traffic, got it to go. Nice move by Boogie. His first field goal after missing his first. Boogie Fland couldn't get it to go off the inbounds, but an entertaining first half of basketball.
And that's what he's going to want to do, a little lefty hook.
5 seconds. Here's Boogie Fland. Boogie to the rim. It's blocked out of bounds off the stanchion with 0.8 seconds remaining. Boy, Knox scrapping for the loose ball. Gets it to Boogie Fland. Boogie lines up a 3. Loose ball on the floor, scooped up there by Wagner. Kicks it out to Fland. He's at the elbow. Too strong. A rebound into McCabe. Catch and shoot from Wagner off the back of the iron. Long rebound back to DJ. Boogie Fland lining one up. That won't go.
One of the keys that Coach.
No good. Rebound into Adu Thero's hands. Here's Knox, the freshman, getting the start tonight to another freshman, Boogie Fland. That won't go. Rebound to McCabe.
Zakai Ziegler shakes everybody hand and says, well done, and they'll start preparing for Florida tomorrow.
Yeah, he held Fland to now 12 points. He was on the floor for most of the 9.
When you continue to pound people on the offensive glass, those reload threes just have a knack of going in.
Milicic outstanding, and halfway down, no. And Brazil's cushion, 9 to go. The SEC opener for both these teams. It's a hard drive by Fland.
Larry, that is so good. It's not easy to get downhill against Tennessee.
Threats, especially with his outside shooting, but 0 today. Fland, a secondary help there from Gainey may have altered the shot. Lanier knocks down 2 free throws. He's now up to 22 points, 75% free throw shooter. Wide open Fland, not good. He missed to the right and short, and the 12th rebound for Milicic.
Time from the first bounce, exactly where he was going with that basketball.
5 assists for Zakai Ziegler. Fland needs it, and that's off and short to the left. Cold start for Tennessee, but give Thero credit. Davis, one-on-one. Kick, Fland, 3. No.
Well, the ones you have to make, nothing easy, right?
Fland sees a lane, drives up, no good. Ball cleared by Milicic on the floor with Wagner, Davis, and Fland. Fland, the drive, soft touch, wow. Boogie Fland.
I mean, that was great defense and get tight. And this kid with the ball is the best one they have doing it.
Fland pulls up, no good. And a chance. Fland, yeah, he's now back-to-back trips with a bucket.
He's the next good pro guard.
Fland steps into a 3.
Yeah, money is like you've got to be at the line of scrimmage.
70 when they were both volunteering at Pittsburgh at a kids camp. Barnes' team actually won with Sean Miller on that team of all things. Here they are years later. Started the game, they get a couple more points and now lead Arkansas 14-12.
Yeah, Tennessee burning off that Arkansas defensive pressure a couple of possessions early.
Too strong for Fland. The rebound comes all the way to him. The freshman fired it up and missed there. Richardson's tip, no good.
Dagger, he's got 20. The lead is 9. What a game
by Malik Dia.
The ability of Murray to draw attention with his penetration has been a huge key in this second half.
With 8 on the shot clock. Try to get it to Adu. Shot clock now at 4. Turns into a busted play. Fland for 3, no good. And the loose ball fought for on the baseline. And Alabama putting it on South Carolina. It's a 20-point lead late in that one in Columbia for Nate Oates' squad. Fland off the mark.
And you see Murray pulling it out. Just
leaves his feet. Now 6. Wagner. 5 on the shot clock. It's turned around to a corner 3, and it's a wedgie from Boogie Fland.
Like the Aggies do.
Piero can't solve the defense. Here's Fland. Home crowd wanted a whistle. Fland, no, left it short, and then a foul afterwards, and that will be charged.
That so many teams are trying to emulate, and part of that you'll see right now. Ole Miss wants to keep this ball on the side as Fland tries to take advantage of the mismatch.
Ivisic gets fouled as he goes 8-point.
Got dunked on by him.
Yeah,
about 17 years ago.
That is a not short list. Fland contested 2. Candace Parker is on that.
And what a great kid and person he is. And there's a reason he's been part of this rebuild under Chris Beard. Such an instrumental part.
Boogie Fland, no. This Arkansas team really struggling. Dia nearly overplayed Fland that time, but switches back on Adu. Fland off balance, off the window.
That is sweet right there. That's Bronx, New York at its.
They go to man with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Fland guarded by Murray, size advantage. The freshman drives, and it's erased at the rim. 2 on the clock. Chance for a last second shot.
See, this is where they got to get Brazil. I mean, you got Murray on him down low. Find him.
Fland floats off balance and got it. He missed one of those early, but
whatsoever.
Ole Miss has not led in this game. Fland, nifty move, no finish. Here's Brazil with the kick out. And the freshman point guard can't knock down the 3. Loose blocks. John Calipari about pushed me over when he was talking about the defensive effort against Tennessee, the first shot defense at least. In and out for Fland. He said, you know, we miss. Arkansas +2 on the glass. What a departure from their effort against Tennessee. Fland with the blow by, and then off the window.
That's a great pace.
We'll run the point with Boogie Fland off the ball right now with this lineup on the floor. Fland, tough shot off balance. And Matthew Morrell's got the rebound. On off the bench, but Adu gets a breather, and they get a little bit more versatile with Brazil in the front court. High off the glass, there's Brazil with the tip. Got it back and kicks it out. Wag back, right?
Yeah, and if they want to post up Adu, he's going to have to hold his position, not get pushed off the block.
Fland went right by Dia, and the mid-range goes with the whistle for Arkansas. Rebels, good transition defense. Knox tries to dump it inside instead of kick out to Fland. Got it! And he is heating up. He's over 40% from deep. Don't expect this one to be decided in the hundreds. It might be a low-scoring game. Shot clock is at 5. Baseline move for Fland. And his mid-range is off the mark. It will also be.
But he's learning about the tenacity and toughness from guys like Condon and Houck. Fland thought he was going to get contact and a foul, and instead he didn't go between the.
That's how you have to rebound when you play against Florida. Knock people out of the way. It's 1-on-9 rebounding mentality.
Just too strong for Fland. If Ivisic goes up, and Alexis ripped it away. Already 9 offensive rebounds for the Gators. Fland rises, and he buries it.
That is big time, especially because he had to work his tail off.
Fland left, throws it up high. Ivisic goes and gets it. He's wrapped up down low. Now he falls back. Clayton Jr. in the paint, no good. And here they go again. Boogie Fland challenged by Martin, no contact.
There will be a confrontation at the rim, and when Bud Walton is full, as it is today, it's as good as any place in all of college basketball.
Boogie Fland got to the elbow, and it rolls in. And a little home court roll to start.
Wagner, DJ Wagner bounces it to Davis. Some time coming off. There's 12 seconds. Boogie Fland to the rim, high off the glass. Tap back out. No! 6 seconds, and then a foul.
Coming into this game, there were 5 teams in the SEC that were 0-3 on the season. Both these teams trying to get that check mark in the win column.
Wow.
Holy cow!
Here comes Arkansas. This is Fland. Fland. Oh, throw down. Adu with the step back. And so that New York City Catholic League, so he came to Arkansas with a whole lot of upside. Has it here. Boogie Fland missed the layup. Who wants it? Thero had his hands on it. Instead, Damian. LSU maintains a 2-possession lead. 3:35 to go. Two teams that are desperate for an SEC win. Fland is starting to heat up. New 20, bounces it away. Fland has it. 4:15 to go. Wagner is running, so is Adu. Fland on the pull-up. Boogie Fland with 5 straight 4-point game. Extended 22-5 LSU run.
It's Thero time.
He's underneath. Fland the 3. Boogie Fland knocks in another.
Happened before Boogie Fland. He helped him right there before he got into the shooting motion.
Yeah, you're right on there. Fland still wants it. That one rattles through. Before that shot, bruising interior force, who is having a career year since early December. Fland can't hit it, so the struggles continue on this end for Ark.
Play for the Tigers.
You know, that was his first basket. Okay, first basket with about 8 minutes to go in this game, and yet he's been so impactful with 8 rebounds and 3 blocks. Add another.
Bingham's on him for a minute, allowed Damian Collins to switch back.
Boogie Fland is open. Davis got his hands on it. John L. Davis lead here. Wild layup missed at the rim, and now numbers for the Hogs. Fland wants the transition 3. Boogie Fland.
That's plan B.
That's a good 3 blocks, by the way, now for Jonas Adu. Oh, another swat. Damian Collins, by the way, who is
percentage. They can shoot it.
Boogie Fland to the rim. Athletic move.
Arkansas is not going to back off of you. The pressure defensively is going to be there, but to be patient on the offensive end, get the shots you want, and finish in the paint.
He's got 8 rebounds already. 5 minutes to go in the first half.
He is more aggressive.
Oh, that time. Yeah, chest plowed into it. The quick, athletic playmaker. Long 2, off the mark that time. New 20 and a Thero clean. Back up by 16.
Thero's got to get in the middle, like right there. That's where they scored every time against them. Boy, Boogie's had a tough night shooting.
What, maybe 2 of 13 from the floor. He's only hit. He lost it, and Brazil comes away with it. So an opportunity for the Razorbacks to get it to single digits. Fland to the rim, missed it. And so a point-blank layup, could not get it to go. Wide open down the other end of the floor. Richmond denies Marcus Allen. It's been some great effort the last few minutes from Arkansas. Layup, Richmond running the floor.
What a highlight reel for Billy Richmond. But outside, or his teammates get open. And you feel like you're such a valuable piece, especially on that offensive end.
Fland way offline on the 3. That was one thing that Dennis Gates, and so he wisely decides to wait for things to even up.
And Missouri's done a pretty good job getting back defensively against this quick Arkansas team. Not a good shot. Fade
Foul
away
on the floor.
A fadeaway 3 you can get.
Undefeated. Davis had a clear path to the rim. Kicks it out to Fland.
You saw the same thing.
Got it.
I do think there have been clear paths they're not taking. They're kicking it out.
Let's say 11 a couple of times. They fell behind 18-2, so it was a big hole they were in early. Fland watched it go halfway down and out. Back, blown the roof off of this place. Still a 17-point lead for the home team. Fland gets around Allen, puts it up. Brazil slam it down. pushing 2,500 career points.
Been around a while.
Yeah, fifth-year senior. Fland off balance, misfires. Thero got his hands on it, but then lost it. Mitchell.
You know what? I either got to get it off more quickly or back up a step.
Sky-high upside for this dynamic Croatian. Fland way off on the three, and we're seeing more of a Visic and
Razorback. Big Z's got to finish that play down there. 7-2, just go over the top. He's got a soft touch.
Another late shot clock
wow,
offense here. That's Boogie Fland creating an info at the rim. Wild layup. New 20. Adu has it. Arkansas searching. Fland had an opening. Steps into the mid-range. Boy, they're still cold. Yeah, there's Knox. They needed it.
But you know what's interesting?
Arena on a Saturday, and it's a quick 8-0 Tigers run. Fland trying to take the bigger Mitchell off the bounce. Throws up the 15-footer. Pierce down with it. He is the highest scoring freshman in the league.
And the luxury of having Boogie Fland as point guard 1 is really having DJ Wagner as point guard 2 next to him. Both guys can handle it. Both guys can attack off the dribble.
Got a little bit disappointed in the middle 20 minutes of this game defensively, where they got a little greedy and let some things happen. But their offense has been pretty much spot on the whole game. They've done a nice job moving the ball, getting the things in transition, making good decisions.
Wagner with another steal. Boogie Fland will take the corner three. I think when Arkansas has been in attack mode,
I can promise you that.
Arkansas shooting just under 57% for the game. There's the floater from Boogie, and that was pretty. But meanwhile, Pacific has gone more than 8 guys.
Yeah, and he did a great job, though, because his one thing NBA guys can bring, that's beautiful right there, is one thing NBA guys and older.
Arkansas at one point led by 16. The lead is down to 3, and Boogie Fland with a nifty jump shot.
Morrell has turned it up this half. Catch and shoot 3 off the back rim.
Ole Miss not sending too many to the offensive glass. I think they're very concerned about it. If you're going up against a shot blocking team, you tell your guards, hey, just try to get up on the rim, because they're vulnerable to offensive rebounds on the backside when they're bringing that help over for the block.
8-point Arkansas tonight. That's Thero's second bucket of the night. 3's off the mark from Murray. Here's Thero on the run. Davis.
Hello, you got another thing coming.
Dula played at Virginia Tech before making his way to Oxford. Left that one short. Fland just blows by everybody.
Cal preached today, deflections, deflections, deflections. We've seen a handful of them. Junior misses.
And Ravi, that's how you judge, was my team ready to play or not.
The first. It would not have been Adu at the 3.
Reason why he was left open, perhaps not known as a three-point shooter. Boogie Fland skies for the board. Adu's running the floor. Now it's into the paint, bounce pass. Mitchell shuffles the feet.
Boy, Z changes the game in there, doesn't he? I mean, he's around the rim. 3 offensive players from Missouri stopped.
Popping around now. Cruz is open.
It's almost like an exhibition game. The crowd, like it's just entertainment.
Yeah. A weird sequence.
Problem. Got it back. Warwick lucky.
Oh, boy. Just rolled right back to him. Off balance, fade away, down and out, and Fland has the board. Today, Sonny, 8.
Cleveland, who has been a dunk show tonight. He's trying to go up high, and it rolls off the iron on the alley-oop.
Great job, Rob Brazil, getting back defensively, disrupting that.
Double up, trying to get out of that trap. He does. Got that free to Cleveland. Cleveland with a pull-up hop. Got a good look, but couldn't drain it.
And that's a guy that Miami needs to get going. Cleveland, who's averaging career lows this season.
On a back down. Kid again. Hook won't fall.
Hard all game. Fight. Waiting for a media break. Spears, there's no doubt he's going to shoot. He will leave it short. And that's where the tiredness comes in.
Yeah, yep, those short shots, those legs don't get enough lift.
And you see the progression as well for Thero in the last couple of years. That was a strong entry pass, but another miss at the rim by Scott and the Roadrunner. Boy, they like to have 3.
Get some baskets, and that adrenaline starts going, and you get around a few screens a little bit faster.
And then the shot looks a little wild from Primo Spears. Nelly Davis gets back and extra pass. Smith against Adu. There's a couple of big bodies.
Arkansas will take that shot. Arkansas, if they can get Smith to continue to shoot that, they'll take that one.
That battle.
UTSA plays tough, and they're not afraid to shoot it.
And Arkansas really worked on defending the threes this week. There was a miss. Thero, how about that little?
He might be on 4 teams in 4 different years.
Well, the Roadrunners have at least 2 that are on their 4th team as Wagner misses. Thero cutting to the rim. He will score. A chance for.
They kind of got to get used to the skills he's got, right? Now a turnover. Michigan in transition. And a block at the rim by Adu. Brazil at the other end.
A great town. UCA, what a great campus. Beautiful, beautiful campus. Lots of students. And then now you have Coach Shulman there. Culture's changing. They're talking about a new arena.
The entire game still dealing with the illness. When I saw him come into the building last night wearing the mask, trying not to breathe on anybody, I didn't think that was a good sign. DJ Wagner with the scoop off. Lane Taylor really working hard. Nice pass into the corner, open 3. McCormick got knocked down, no whistle. Taylor just had a 3-pointer block, so I think that might be in the back of his mind. He shoots over Big Z, and Fland even gets the rebound. Boy, Richmond, Billy Richmond in the game, he took a shot.
Today, but their season, he kept harping on it in practice. It starts when A-Sun play starts.
Miss on the 3, Boogie Fland the rebound.
Glasper. Boy, misses everything. You got to ice that right arm down. That's it. Thero blocks that shot. 5 on the shot clock now for the Aggies. Corner 3. That misses everything. Fland with that loose ball.
Gonna get that all day long.
Big screen outside from Hidakudis. Shot blocked there by Thero, who is making his presence felt here in the first few minutes for sure. McCabe spins on Jonas Adeu. McCabe couldn't get it to go. Had a couple of looks right at the rim. And it's been Oakland 1 of 6 to start the half. 18 points and 11 rebounds in Arkansas's last game.
Best game in a Hog uniform. You were there.
I was. I saw it firsthand.
Up close and personal.
I inspired him, I guess.
12 of its 13 points in this half are in the paint. They only had 6 paint points in the entire first half.
Well, Big Z missed a 3. Fland runs it down. Now they go in the paint, and there's a foul. Is it going to be on Phillips? Boogie Fland lost it. It ends up in the hands of Wagner. Look at Fland hustle. Phillips may have hurt his shoulder, Jimmy. He's in pain on this side. Arkansas 14-12.
Yeah, Tennessee burning off that Arkansas defensive pressure a couple of possessions early.
Too strong for Fland. The rebound comes all the way to him. The freshman fired it up and missed there. Richardson's tip.
Here's Jalen Murray, gives it up. Contested 3 in traffic, and Fland's got the rebound. Here comes Arkansas. The start of the 07-08 season, when John Pelfrey was the head coach here, the Slobbering Hog went away. So I reached out to Pell today. I said, listen, man.
Roach missing everything. And here goes Thero. One-on-one. Look out! Adu Thero. 44. Since then, it was Baylor with another run. 19-10 outscoring Arkansas to open up this 9-point lead. Looks healthy there as John L. Davis at the runner.
John, that short bench, they're switching 1 through 5 at Gonzaga. Did not work. It's not ready to win hard games yet. And Scott Drew on money, on point with his defense so far tonight in this game.
As Fland clears the glass. Thero. He is the offense tonight for the Razors.
And you got to get that ball inside the zone.
Thero, and there is the first three of the game for Arkansas. As they're going to find this offense against the Baylor zone.
John, if you can't shoot, the game gets hard, really hard.
Nice pump fake. And Thero going by his man.
That's your weapon in the short.
Coach Cal, after that Baylor loss, said either you're winning or you're learning at this time of the year.
Yep.
Arkansas learned on Saturday, winning today. I tell you what, Big Z just keeps raining.
Definitely athletic makeup of a team that isn't in the Sun Belt, more of a Power 5 team.
Come on now. 5 triples for Big Z.
But back to our point on the makeup of a team, you got to have some size. I can't even get my thoughts off because Arkansas is running.
Thero again goes up and under with the left hand. And how about the athleticism and back
of late in the past? Like, you have to have that experience. You have to have those older.
There's the alley. Thero with the throwdown.
There we go.
Janelle Davis, after the pump fake, gets open for 3, and that shot was true. Just his second team needs a connector to get these players on the same page.
Got to have a glue guy. Got to have someone that holds it together.
Hey, Big Z has a really good stroke. Coach Cal said maybe he has the best three-point stroke.
You love that in college basketball. In today's game, you don't see a lot of guys who started, great pass by Boogie Fland right there, who started, in a more of a backup role, minimal minutes.
Arkansas will host Little Rock on Friday night on the network. About to go to 3-1. There's the alley, there's the catch, and there's another hammer from Thero. He's put on a dunk show. Had coach him at Texas Tech. Their years did not align there in Lubbock. But he's happy to have Fisher on this team. Nice pass, good catch. Z couldn't finish, but he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, ball's got good looks in transition and knocking them down.
They gave the points to Arkansas on the scoreboard instead of Pacific, so rectifying that as Big Z rolls in the hook shot.
Yeah, on par a little bit with Arkansas. It's Fisher.
Big Z just turns around and lays it in, and it feels like I'm talking to a post guy. If you can hit him in the right.
Arkansas is going to hold the ball, trying to pick it up and force a turnover.
Thero is waiting for the lob. To Thero, an exclamation point on a freshman that could get time, but he has not appeared in a game this season. Wagner lines up the 3. Got it. 3. And then pass to the three-point shooter more often than not. Could be open.
Gets teams in rotation, gets them chasing the ball.
Wagner again.
Jane, he's another guy.
In just about every category tonight. Boogie Fland on the attack once more. Wagner open 3, sticks it. DJ Wagner.
And you see there, you have a guy.
Wilkinson just has to take it himself. Wagner's got it, and numbers. This is a 3-on-none. Richmond with the easy layup. Wow.
Well, you have Wilkinson at the high post, and got 2 turnovers and a defensive stop.
Ivisic lines up a straight-on 3.
Boy, I tell you what, I love his footwork, his feet.
57, it was an encouraging win. That said, they had the bus ride yesterday morning, get into town, so they have been away for several days. Ivisic left alone underneath for the easy lob.
Pressure off of these guards.
It is a very athletic unit for Arkansas out there. How many players we will see off the bench, that remains to be seen. Zvonimir Ivisic.
Ivisic from distance.
28-0. Not going to win a lot of games, giving up 28-0 runs.
Doesn't slow down Carter Knox any.
How about the up fake?
Ivisic taking flight.
I mean, when you see what guys let off the gas pedal here and who can stay focused, who can, while you're up, 30 points, who can stay focused, who can execute, who can be disciplined. That's what coaches have played, and obviously they played that big game against Illinois on Thanksgiving Day, and this could be a game where, you overlook, oh my goodness,
Trevin Brazil.
Let me get my thoughts off, Trevin.
Apparently, he likes the backdrop and shooting inside of Bud Walton.
Can we get another one?
Why not?
Why not? Tallest guy by Bailey. You'll take that if you're Arkansas and Coach Cal and the staff. You played a solid defensive possession, and just sometimes offense is better.
Vicic things out a lot better than what they did against Little Rock.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the time of year where you're cleaning some of that stuff up, and knocked down by Davis right there. Really need him to get his shot.
Well, no, they would get in, and then SMU would be the second team into the playoffs.
Yeah, Miami eliminating themselves there. A 7-footer will launch from the corner. What a great touch.
But how about Big Z stepping?
100% of your donation goes to cancer research.
Obi, I get to my hotel last night as we see Big Z stepping in. Another one of those opportunities right in the basket. Great find from.
And the pass never got there. Picked off by Arkansas. Fland wants to run. Davis lets fly and hits the triple.
And we talked about what happened in
the second half underway here at the Watsco Center. Boogie Fland flips this one for Wagner and a long one. Got it. Nice start to the second half for the Razorbacks. And now Cleveland leading the break. Wants to do it himself. He'll lay it in. He's been very up and down, very inconsistent. Talk about a fast strike on the other end. Brazil will slam it.
Knocked down a huge three to give Miami a 6-point lead.
He's making 38%. Again, he's a rookie, but that's his game from beyond that three-point line. Underneath, they find the big guy, Adu with the slam.
In this league, and that Arkansas perimeter defense today has to be on point.
Fland makes the first. Wagner steps into a three. Wow, what a start for Arkansas. Just
do not want to foul an Arkansas player in the act of shooting, especially from the three-point line.
Here's Brazil, lines it up and knocks it in. Back to a 4-point game. Great development, takes that pass away. Carter with a miscue that time. Fland couldn't quite secure it. Back out to Wagner for three. That's good. DJ Wagner puts Arkansas. Adu coming off the 11-9 performance against Florida. Rolls to the rim, got it, and the foul. Jonas Adu locked in. 12 threes a game. They're going to let it fly. The eye-popping offensive numbers this year in Knoxville. Trevin Brazil, the very dynamic red, looks to push.
Strength of Arkansas is blocking shots. If they're not blocking them, they're altering a lot of them when you get in the paint.
And so Adu this time would not be denied. That's the senior.
He's around the rim. 3 offensive players from Missouri stopped.
And can he hit this? Yes! 10-point game with 6:18 to go. Clock.
The crowd like it's just entertainment.
Yeah. A weird sequence there. Back and forth we went. Fland to Vicic. Gets bumped. Count it. And the foul. And so can Vicic come fire lately?
And Wagner didn't give much space, did he? He's right there on the shot.
Good work from the sophomore from Camden. Vicic, a close range look. Now things are tightening up a little bit.
They can't keep at this pace. Can they get it to 10 or below by halftime, this Arkansas team?
Adu hangs on, fumbled it for a moment. That's a big one for Adu, so it's back to a dozen.
You know, Brazil with a good steal, you can't give it back. Not tough enough with the basketball on the floor. Smart play by Grill.
He wants the three now, and he is a very dependable three-point shooter. Hit a couple on two. Well, he's got a look in his eye, too, on the offensive end. Here's Thero. They beat the zone that time. First basket for Arkansas's leading scorer.
And nice.
Extra pass to Thero. Hey! Oh, his eyes were up near the rim once he flushed that one through. Should they be fouled? Trying to finish this game long. This is what they did not do against TCU, and they didn't score in the last 3.5 and allowed a big lead to slip away. But really, I think
just one of those guys that you can't. Oh,
Arkansas with a takeaway.
Hey, Brazil with the throwdown.
TB4.
Baylor trying to hold off this Arkansas push.
Arkansas has been scoreless in over 2 minutes.
As Adu Thero puts an end to that
single-handedly.
Great coach in TJ Oxelberg at both places. Now he's at Missouri. Was injured most of last season. Had neck injury here. Missed a few games, but he has played extremely well the last 4 games.
Not only this league, but in the country, and that building will be rocking Tuesday night if Tennessee holds on and comes in as undefeated at #1.
Bailey.
If ever.
Boogie Fland had 6 of those 15 assists, 5 points, 6 assists for the freshman. Well, there's a turnover to start the second half. Forrest goes to the rim, can't get it to, still able to keep it alive.
I would like to see him be a little more aggressive, kind of as DJ is. DJ's not the point guard, but when DJ gets the ball a lot of times, he'll force the action. And I think Nelly.
Walters' 3 will go. How about Sam Walters, the sophomore from the Villages, Florida? They got a steal but couldn't hit.
Arkansas team out of the paint. They've gone to a zone. Just trying to pack the paint so they don't get in there as easily.
Nice steal by Roddy Gale Jr. He'll pull up. Fland. And off the fingertips of Adu, and Adu just said to Fland, finish it, my man. You were right at the rim. Davis, a quiet night for him. Now Fland. Got Wolf on him. A travel is called.
And that just shows Danny Wolf, even at
UTSA 1 for 7, Arkansas 1 for 4. Millender had a big game against the Gales.
Get around a few screens a little bit faster.
And then the shot looks a little wild from Primo Spears. Nelly Davis gets back and unable to save. Millender that wouldn't go down, it was altered. Arkansas scored off 5 points here in the second half. Nelly Davis with the skip, extra pass, and Boogie was out of bounds. He said where to be and then how to execute.
Yeah, the details.
Details. There's the alley. Billy Richmond could not catch on the toss from Fland. And back come the Roadrunners. Maybe that.
They didn't get with the shot they wanted off their initial set, but they got a foul on the action afterwards.
State McRae committed the first personal. That one thrown away right back over to the Hurricanes, who are actually shooting defense by the Razorbacks on the interior.
And numbers for Arkansas with Len Kidd going down in the backcourt. But a turnover. Boogie Fland unable to handle it. Going to the.
He's got some bounce. He knows he owns him right here. Crafty, Fland, low dribble. This is what a great job defensively, though. And a turnover. Got the puppies moving, the big. So Davis is in the box score. Not a good turnover here. No turnovers are good, but not protecting the ball at all.
9-5 Arkansas lead. Wagner to Fland. Fland into the paint, and this one's going back to Little Rock. Now, we spoke with both of them before the game. They had, again, a lot of Arkansas's looks at the rim, especially early on. Bellion knocks that entry pass away from Ivisic. This is Lewis on the go. Just mentioned maybe 0.5 basketball. Can you make a decision, a pass in half a second? Oh, Fland took it away, but he was out of bounds. Calipari is the Big Four and then the Big East. Lewis, that's a long 2, misses the pull-up. Fland out of bounds. Little Rock has it with 7:30.
Fland on the attack, had the ball knocked away. Can Fisher save? He does.
Dribbled it in.
So they are attacking, they are driving. There's the alley, and Billy Richmond couldn't catch it. Maybe just a little bit too tall and through the hands of Richmond, who gets up. And 7 assists, no turnovers, and that was a big difference. Arkansas was underwater in turnovers to assists against Lipscomb, above water against Baylor.
You just jinxed the turnovers.
I did. And we have free throws in the first half. Boogie Fland feeds Adu, but it's
low.
Hard to give the big guy a pass that low.
A little low. Minutes, get to 5 minutes. That confidence will bloom for Troy if they continue to stay in this game. Not that they would lose confidence, but that end of the tunnel seems a bit more realistic when it's 3-4 minutes. It could get a little scary for their chances to win this game.
Off Fland out of bounds. Remember, in that Baylor game, he had ball back in the hands of Boogie Fland. Arkansas has been a little slippery holding onto that basketball in the first 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Lipscomb's all over the place. You can tell it means something.
I have lost track of the number of dunks.
Yep. Just throw it up. Go fetch it, B-Row.
We may not be done with dunks.
Ralph or Fisher got to come through for him here. This is a big possession.
They went through a stretch where they had some good shots. They just didn't knock them in. They've left a couple a little bit short. And maybe.
And
freak accident.
Yeah, freak accident pregame came down on a basketball. And so he's in a boot. That's a tough break.
Yeah, and you get nothing.
It's a great point. You hear a lot of coaches mention maybe 0.5 basketball. Can you make a decision, a pass in half a second? Oh, Fland after the Thero miss. This is Lewis. A basket here could get it back to single digits. Lewis knocks it down. It's an 8-point game as the board.
At some point, that kid's going to get going, but that ball movement is awesome. It's getting to side. Nobody's holding it and sticking it. Good ball movement by
a guy who's known for putting the ball in the basket, but picking up, full court, using those active hands, getting steals, and just right here another.
Yakachonis, step through, couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Fland.
He does that very well.
26-17, Illinois fighting Illini, got out to an 11-0 lead. Wow. Right off the window, that was saucy from Yakachonis.
Don't judge him by some of these early plays. He's a great talent.
Screen, Boswell, off.
And that's what Cal was saying. Nobody showed. Nobody able to make a couple.
Penetration. Foul called. Boswell getting to the rim. Calipari upset that the defense.
Shooting it. Everybody in America's with you on that one. Now Joe Pack pulls up. Not there for him. And it's a classy look. It's still a classy look.
Well, that's why you and I are the odd couple, because I'm going with the sweats.
I know you are. Any chance you can get. Whistle underneath. You are definitely
22 points to lead the Razorbacks. And Trevin Brazil with the foul. They wanted a clean.
Play well here. See if he can continue to string together those offensive performances. Going to need another one in New York on Tuesday.
No doubt. Primo Spears knocks down another.
Arkansas is at their best. Transition baskets, pushing the pace, and then getting open looks.
There's an answer from Primo Spears.
I'd rather be figuring out things now instead of trying to figure those things out in February and March when it's win or go home.
You sound like Coach Cal this week in practice. There's a knockdown from Primo Spears.
40 seconds to go. Michigan with the ball, down by 1. Stepped out of so much more intensity. Wagner again. Anything he wants right now. DJ Wagner.
Fland took advantage of it just by pulling up.
Donaldson trying to drive by Fland. Too strong off the glass. Wolverines on the glass, but they can't.
Last year, I didn't know Johns Hopkins had a basketball team, but that's a big step up in competition. And he just got drilled, but he'll go to the line. Entire game. And usually you come to Little Rock and you're talking about how the team can't shoot. It just feels different for a pseudo home game.
Very spacious. The ends
do. Coach Schulman asked for their energy, their intensity. He's been able to get that. Trying to hang around till they get a few of these players healthy again. Rebound tracked.
But they showed a great tenacity and kept their poise when things weren't going their way.
There's a three and a knockdown from Lane Taylor. Athleticism.
tough job by UCA guards today.
Boogie just took that. 72 points a game. They love to shoot the threes. And on cue, there's a long one from Faye Bimmy.
A couple cheesesteaks together probably, huh?
I could use a cheesesteak about now. Glasper off the side of the backboard. Up ahead it comes to
Oakland's going to take their time on offense here.
Christie. Little 15-footer. Pull up. No good. Rebound into Adu Thiros.
He's got 4 already. And unbeaten Florida lost Tennessee. Tuesday will play at Florida. Lanier just off. Big rebound by Millen.
Gators and Chinula who picks it up. That's off the mark. Layton Jr. may have been impacted by Adu.
Saw back in front. That's the 6th Hog triple of the night.
And you saw Boogie Fland tell his team, let's go. He wants them to run. Oh, that's a mean screen. At the shot clock to be patient. You don't want to take a quick bad shot. That leads to Arkansas in transition.
Givens could not finish at the rim. Jonas Adu.
College basketball right now is lying.
They're smarter than me. Krivokovic had it knocked away. 2 to shoot. Got to get off the shot, and that's going to be a traveling foul.
To a trademark for himself, and man, did he start getting some players after that.
New chapter, new era. He is in the red. The sophomore from Camden.
Now, I don't mean to be mean to DJ, but you gotta throw a really bad pass to not hit Thero on the lob.
Well, yeah.
You get better. That's him right there.
He's leading Kentucky in scoring, averaging about 18.5 a game. Small sample size. We only played 4 games.
This is what coaches love, and Coach Cal and his staff. They're going to want to see what guys let off the gas pedal here and who can stay focused.
Good reaction by the big guy. 23-14. The spin. Yakachonis could not finish. Up ahead. Wagner.
Averaging close to 5 assists per game.
He's like several tremendous freshmen in the country. Big drive here by Pack to lay it in.
Nigel Pack's
in front.
Let's see how UTSA responds.
About a block from Thero.
That's just superior athletic ability right
them forward, but they're going to have to find something here in the second half.
Yeah. Let's see, so we're shooting 36% right now. Just not been able to get the basketball through the.
Again, you'll see moves like that, and he pays it off.
He's just so strong when he drives. That's a big body going to the basket.
And a nice drive by Trey Donaldson, the junior.
So in the first half, he was really the majority of the offense and the majority of everything for Arkansas.
Thero 22 and getting to that area that's open against that Oakland defense.
Fland with 5. Jones can't get that one to go.
About was the ball screen, high ball screen, defending that.
Little step back from DQ Cole.
Shot clock at 6, 5, 4. Ole Miss using as much clock as possible. Murray turnaround, banked it in.
Well, he's
Padula on Fland. No good. Challenge mid-range falls off, and it's rebounded by mistake by Arkansas.
30 of the 60 points in the paint for Florida. Condon now with 6 and 10 rebounds. And the foul trouble is big. Chinulu, Martin.
What Dr. Calipari ordered. A team that has struggled the first 2 games in conference play from the three-point line.
Penetration for Clayton Jr. up and in. Walter Clayton Jr. the leader.
4 to shoot. Sears trying to separate. Sears has to launch it. So another shot clock violation. Blocks as well.
Well, see, Arkansas is getting the ball in the middle of the floor. That's easy for them to score.
Oh, Brazil pinned it, but Jai Bailey was there to clean it up.
As Boogie Fland is doing a good job out front.
So Perkins is handling. Perkins fouled. Count the basket.
He was doing it.
Second on Fland. It's only halfway mark of the second half. That layup would not go. Richmond on. Billy Richmond all over Jacob Cruz. 4 to shoot.
Another good athlete, good hands.
Perkins left it short. Now he was saying that Fland got
4, and DJ Wagner, his last 6, has been shooting lights out from 3.
If you cannot guard the ball against Arkansas, you're in trouble.
Wow, Lanier got rid of that in less than a second. Rebound has been the reason for the 21-plus offensive rebounds. There have been many inside the paint, and that is Lanier at his best. He's got 27.
I say
And it's showing.
Boogie Fland defending force out on the perimeter. No good. Hitakutis keeps it alive. 8 seconds to go before halftime. Tough shot. Up to Knox. He will stop run under Mark Pope to get things started. Florida, I think, is an underrated team in terms of a national exposure. It's going to be
second half. You got to be disappointed if you're the Road Runners. You had such a strong first half, and Primo Spears with another tough shot there. But
had a foul to give, and now at this point, John Calipari telling his team not to foul.
Blackman off the inbounds, can't hit it, and that's going to go out at the buzzer.
But he gets that space he needs. He can elevate and shoot the J.
Arkansas 69% shooting from the floor. That's at E.
This game is going to have a long life show. Whoever wins, Baylor's going to win. Very good feel for a true freshman point guard. Finding guys off the field as much with his eyes.
And a moving screen called against Josh.
2 guys converge on the ball, frees up Wagner in the corner.
Milicek continues, and he lost it. Adu picked it up.
Okeba. Nice pass underneath. Boy, the recipient was Isaiah Jones, but all the
floor with the left hand, he'll score.
Boy, it's good to see him moving like that.
Kind of a funny time too, Joe. You just finished off finals, holidays coming up, conference play coming up. There's a lot in the next 3 weeks.
Thinking about going home, getting a few days to go home and see the fam.
What an atmosphere and what a game we got going. Look at this, deflected away, but into the hands of Gale, and that'll be a goaltending call. Wolverines. That one almost got picked off. Wolf to Gale, and Adu down with another rebound. Adu is making a pay.
Well, to this point, every time that Arkansas has made a run, Miami's had an answer. A little floater here, that'll fall in, packed with a nifty touch.
Night for Arkansas. It is led by double digits for much of this half. Great backdoor cut. Wilkinson off the window.
And that's what they got to do. I mean, this
A little bit of a question mark with Robinson out for the year, and today that's magnified. Nice attack. There is the backup point guard, Isaiah Lewis, who's stepped into that.
4 minutes into the second half from Bud Walton. Washington, nice pass. Ralph can't finish. He drew the foul.
Wow,
and will shoot 2.
Please.
Connor Way. Coach said he's a good finisher at the rim, but right now there's
Another
a lot of bodies.
behind the back pass.
We were wrong. That time it's going to be goaltending. A crucial stretch for the Trojans. Just 41 points, so putting the ball through the net has been a challenge. Not when you flush it like Bellamy. He's given him a lift off the bench.
Anything from the outside. Penetrate that, see if you can score.
And that's what they want to do. They want to try to take away the middle of the floor. Here's Grill. Into the floor.
Coach Cal told his team, look, you got all day to lock in and focus. He said, you go take your 2-hour nap and then come back and be ready to play. They have come.
Junior in the paint, no good, and here they go again.
And this is only the 3rd game in SEC play, but you're getting towards the middle of January with 1 quad 1 win, and you're not sure what you can hang your hat on. Either one of those kids.
Ziegler drives all the way to the hole. Fland was wondering where the help was. 6 on the shot clock. Ziegler will have to work quickly with 3. Penetrates against Fland, throws it up high, nearly deflected in. A great effort.
Now Jones in some traffic. That one is blocked out of there. Up ahead to Fland. Murphy to Glasper.
He reads it, and then he can knock down that little 8-9 footer.
You know, your term mature, I think, just continues to kind of ring through my mind, and that's an important basket from Faye Bimmy as first take aspects of this game that'll benefit them.
Absolutely. They've done some nice things. They're up against a superior opponent. They're playing shorthanded.
Actually had a game this year where he made 6 threes and blocked 5 shots, and can't think back to many guys who've ever done that.
Step back short by Swartz.
And it always comes back to good players. The guard around on that out of bounds. Oh, he slipped.
Yep, Yakachonis on a 4-game winning streak. Oswell gets around Fland, denied, but it's going to count. Goaltending, Ivisic.
Excuse me, has been quiet too when he's on the floor. I'd like to see him a little more aggressive.
Riley, pull up, it goes.
This kid's talented. Got a pull-up game, a deep game.
These guards are under.
Boy, this is harassing Arkansas defense. Christian Hughes, redshirt freshman off the bench, couldn't get the roll. Wilkinson with another.
To bring the ball up.
Coach Smart said we have to take care of the basketball, and he said, well, you know, we have to run as well. We might not be able to score if we try to get into a half-court game, and there's a lot. 10 in field goal percentages, top 10 in efficiency. They do like to cut and make you work.
Absolutely. Princeton offense, they're going to back cut, they're going to dribble drive, and they're going to hope that leads to.
Most minutes he's played in a while, the sophomore number 44 in the white. He is the only other Hog in double figures with 11. They got it back to 12. On it today, nearing the double-double. You know, sometimes there are rim protectors and then lane protectors. He's been kind of both today. Mitchell has it taken away.
There. What can we do offensively? What can we do defensively?
You know, it makes perfect sense. Faye Bimmy with a step-back 3, and he will knock it in. Down, Brad, and that shot's looking really good.
That system, every time I go to practice, it blows me away.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it's just the technology that is available to
the answer, but tell the folks at home, why do you want the men's college game switched to quarters?
Well, because you can reset team fouls at the end of the first and third quarters. So you're not stuck with bad calls for an entire time.
Is how many minutes can Ivisic go if needed today? Millender with the elbow jumper and a knockdown for the Roadrunners, averaging 7. You've left a mark, so Bob, you'll be missed. There's no doubt. Final few minutes in this game and a knockdown from Millender, so the threes that weren't falling for a book.
4th game in 9 days. Yakachonis pretty well. And that's what Arkansas fans wanted to travel. Yakachonis misses on the turnaround.
The chemistry is still building, but well, that could be said for most teams this year. Shot clock winding down. Tough shot. Air banked and a shot clock violation.
Where it's like, hey, we're not really focused on this score right now. What do we need to do to get better as a team?
There's flipping again. Coach Hill told us yesterday.
He's got 9 points, a couple turnovers today for the junior. Lewis, the reverse. That's a clever move by the
Tigers can get a shot in transition. Boy, the C just parted. Big C can't contest, and Elijah Fisher, the DePaul transfer. Well, he's got a pretty stroke, though, Joe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, his touch is amazing. Nice high arc, the rotation on there. I love his footwork. His feet are always
heard that
little shocked.
Pacific
right
was 0-16 in their league last year. New coach, new players.
Hey, Brett, I'm shocked. I ain't lying to you. I'm not going to lie to you at all. I mean,
so far, Arkansas started this half on an 11-2 run. Baylor answered with now a 17-8 run. It's offensive.
And all basket of the night.
Like, the SEC is not for the weak of heart. You got to play aggressive. You got to put your mouthpiece in. Be ready to go to work.
Yeah. Pushed out. Givens, open 3. Not that time, and so that was it. Collins sets the screen. Bailey, hesitation. Back out to Sears. Triggers. Who wants it?
Aberdeen's 3 is off. Condon rips. Martin will fire. That's no good. Look at Hout. Boy, he is A 12-3 ball game. That shot's blocked underneath. Ryan Forrest keeps it alive. Back out to Lamuth. Long rebound. Back over 80% of their scoring this year. Didn't have to hit the portal quite as hard as he did in year one when he brought in 10 players.
90 in a game. They've made one, and I think even Arkansas's link.
For 50% from three-point range. Good shot fake, Cheddar. The three won't go for Reuben Jones, the grad transfer.
For Monsanto, the Wake Forest transfer. This kid's a great shooter. A couple of years ago, he lit it up in the ACC. That's a long three from Joseph.
Joseph is out here.
That's a
I
jinx
have a
by
good feeling
association.
that we'll see.
He'll get there.
Yeah, he'll get there. He will get there.
Just not on that free throw. Spears from Springdale. What, Primo Spears with Thero. He had no place to go except shoot, and it went in. Millender could use a hit, and he gets one. His first three as he reached.
Got up a little bit slower.
Monsanto, the three-point shooter, can't hit.
Fell behind 11-0 to Illinois and never recovered in that game.
Yeah, and when you've got a lot of new faces, that's often things that you can go through, but Miami not making Arkansas. For the Hurricanes, that's where they struggle most. We talk about their defensive lapses. A lot of this had to do with their inability to be able to rebound.
Shot clock winding down. Nigel Pack.
The floor, dealing with a lower body injury, but you can see visibly not at 100%.
Johnson, great fake to get the open shooter, but Swartz couldn't hit it.
Just both those plays from the same game.
Better see them both. I think you're right. Back with a bounce. Swartz, a long one. No. The rebound is tipped out. It'll go the other.
So more than 10 minutes. That'll make the coaching staff happy.
That's what you want.
Three ball for Perkins, no good. Wagner with the rebound.
Good minutes. It's 5 solid minutes. State your case on, hey, why I need this 5 needs to turn into 8, and then that 8 needs to turn
against Tulsa and UTSA. Those were 2 road wins. Their other win against the non-Division I opponent on opening night. Penny one up, left it short. 2:20 to go. Lewis on the move. It's the fill-in point guard this year for KK Robinson.
Open look for Jefferson Koulibaly, and the Tigers needed that one. He got up holding his hand. Make this stop right now.
It's like the flu.
Washington misses the three. Thero. Pacific's had to burn a couple of timeouts, not even waiting for the media breaks. Koulibaly has hit 3 threes. That has helped the Tigers.
But you got to like a few things that came out of that game.
Conaway, there's Jackson Fields. Kicks out for an open look from the corner, and the 3 ball will drop from Thomas Box. Trojans could use an open look. And Marcus Rigsby Jr. knocks down his second 3.
Fine as Nunn sets up the offense. Good hand by Thero. And tipped out of bounds.
On the same staff together at Oklahoma State for a year. I knew back then, like, he just had a knack, man, with his guys, how he communicated. We saw him in Fayetteville. But, man, a big still keep Arkansas a little stagnant.
Roach with the kick out. He finds Nunn in the corner. Offensive rebound.
Him and Connect had us.
Well, that was not a pretty night.
Had us about blown out early.
Yeah, that was a 92-63 Volunteer win. There's a knockdown.
Second on Fland. Sonny, halfway mark of the second half. That layup would not go. Richmond on the floor.
You know, did Mike and all of the SIDs. I personally try and wear a few of those out every year. So
it's the people behind the scenes that make the ship go in every aspect. It's people that aren't always in the line.
Sometimes there are rim protectors and then lane protectors. He's been kind of both today. Mitchell has it taken away by Fland. Brazil running, the lob, Brazil grow up as the SEC season continues. Carter way offline, Williams, new 20, bounces it away, Fland has it. 4:15 to go. Wagner is running, so is Adu.
Texas gifted offensively into the paint. Richard, that's his shot, but he comes up short. Condon, an offensive rebound. Clayton Jr. fires. Got it!
Frees up Wagner in the corner.
Milicic continues, and he lost it. Adu picked it up after that collision with Fland. Hot start for Arkansas.
Big Z playing at a high level, but they need all three of those guys in this conference play.
Bars three, no good. Good rebound, Phillips. He's ferocious. But how about Fland coming from behind with a pick?
Boogie Fland competes, Rad. Larry, that is so good. It's not easy to get downhill against Tennessee.
Watch it. Inbounds pass. Whoa. Ziegler ends up on the first row. Wagner.
A little swagger back. He struggled here lately, talking about Ibisevic. These are big minutes for him.
Taken away by the Hogs, but then right back to the Aggies. 4.
Boy, it's good to see him moving like that.
A chance to turn defense into offense. Wagner from one.
Yourself, UCA that time, they did not get around him, let him step right in front of the rim. Not going to work.
Boogie Fland with a deflection. Boogie Fland will hang and hit, no whistle.
Tough job by UCA guards today.
Boogie just took that one away. And things rolling for the Razorbacks. Finals, holidays coming up, conference play coming up. There's a lot in the next 3 weeks.
Thinking about going home, getting a few days to go home and see the family and get back. And
DJ Wagner. Hogs haven't enjoyed maybe as much success here as you might think. 14-10 in this arena. It's not a good arena to shoot in, but you wouldn't know that today for Arkansas. How about the pass to Richmond, the catch, the miss.
Forward, kind of a point center, if you will. Roddy Gale Jr., the transfer from Ohio State, playing very well for Michigan so far this year, but he turns it over to Fland. And this is where Arkansas is danger at the men's college game switched to quarters.
Well, because you can reset team fouls at the end of the first and third quarters. So you're not stuck with bad calls for an entire 20 minutes. It's just better.
Fewer free throws, more action. Speaking of action.
9 points in this first half for Thero. Taken away.
Just on the basket, but picking up, full court, using those active hands, getting steals, and just right here another where he's in the mix. His love and Coach Cal and his staff, they're going to want to see what guys let off the gas pedal here and who can stay focused, who can, while you're up, 30 points, who can stay.
That's him right there.
He's leading Kentucky in scoring, averaging about 18.5 a game. Small sample size. We only played 4 games. A third takeaway on 3 possessions.
And shoot the J.
Arkansas, 69% shooting from the floor. That's an easy steal for Fland. Boogie Fland tried to bounce it to Thero. You hear a lot of coaches mention maybe 0.5 basketball. Can you make a decision, a pass in half a second? Fland took it away, but he was out of bounds. Calipari.
Coach Smart said we have to take care of the basketball, and he said, we have to run as well. We might not be able to score if we try to get into a half-court game, and there's a live ball turnover. Boogie Fland ahead of the pack, and he'll lay it in.
It's very difficult to run offense around the perimeter.
Well, the Tigers could use a shot, another deflection, another steal. Arkansas 5th in the conference, forcing steals, but 2 points. Still trying to find his rhythm offensively. Intercepted by Fland.
Transfer portal, you don't normally see guys coming in, growing in a program and staying in that program for an extended period of time.
Arkansas with the steal. Thero lost the basketball on the
takes. I mean, if you're not going to make jump shots, open threes, the next thing you have to do is crash the glass, and Boogie Fland right there, hustle play. Love to see that from Arkansas. A 5. So I thought you know that it's coming at some point, but back to our point on the makeup of a team, you got to have some size. I can't even get my thoughts off because Arkansas's running.
Thero again.
Kansas, Michigan State at 6:30, then Kentucky Duke Tuesday on ESPN.
Much of this game, there is none from deep, and he nails the three.
That's what he can do.
Dusty May from Port Atlantic. So, you know, just one of those guys that you can't, oh.
Arkansas with a takeaway.
Hey.
Brazil with the throwdown.
New travel destination. There's Roach, and nobody stops his drive.
That is too easy. Arkansas's defense.
As they get it around the perimeter. Right with a pick and roll with O'Meara. And the runner, Robert Wright. He has got so many. Roach jump stop, and the soft touch, it falls.
Yeah, really good.